What's up, friends? It's Jessica Gordon, and yes, the goal is not to be the perfect mom, but to be a present mom. So, this one is yet again something that I had to learn on my own because I'm a people pleaser. As an only child, I had this thing where I think I'm supposed to be perfect, all of that. So, I'm speaking to you from the heart, I'm speaking to you from experience. Number one, stop comparing yourself. We've all heard that comparison is the thief of joy. I know you've heard that saying. It is a fact. I don't care what that mama posts on TikTok, Instagram, on YouTube. I don't care what she posts. There is an area where she may be struggling. There is something that she doesn't have all together. No one has it all together. Do not compare yourself to someone else's highlight reel. We hear that all the time, but I feel like I didn't have this experience. I always pretty much was pretty confident, growing up in middle school, high school. I mean, I had a few things where I was like, oh my God, mommy, they were so mean to me. But overall, I was a pretty confident young lady. And so even in college, I was pretty confident. When I got to motherhood, baby, and the pressures of breastfeeding, the pressures of even down to your child getting a darn cold, baby. I was so stressed and feeling shame and feeling all these feelings, comparing myself and worried about what someone else was going to think. Stop comparing yourself. Stop worrying about what somebody's thinking. Stop worrying about, oh my God, my child has an ear infection. Does that make me a bad mother? Cut it out. Kids get ear infections. Cut it out. Kids get sick. If they at the daycare, baby, you don't know what type of germs are being passed around there. What you can do is focus on where you can improve, be it if the baby's old enough for vitamins, making sure that your baby's eating fruits and vegetables. But comparing yourself and feeling less than because of something going on in your motherhood, we letting that go, okay? The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be present, okay? Do not compare yourself. Stop looking at these people's Instagrams and they got the perfect clean house. If you got little kids, they make a mess, okay? I have had other moms give me advice like, only let them have one toy in the living room. That just don't work at my house. It may work at your house. I love a clean house. I spent my entire 20s, y'all, single, okay? So I'm used to cooking, having leftovers. There were so many things that I had to adapt to, getting married, having children, so many things I had to change, getting married and having children in my 30s. So I understand wanting a clean house. I understand wanting leftovers. I understand the overwhelm of cooking a meal and then there's nothing left. Like there's just so many different things that in motherhood, we place too much pressure on ourselves. Another thing, perfection is exhausting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's gonna leave you stressed. It's gonna leave you burnt out. It's gonna leave you feeling uncertain about your own self. And it drains your energy from having fun with this. Like, who in the world is looking for someone to be perfect? I hope you're not. You're probably not. You don't look for other people to be perfect. Why are you putting that pressure on yourself? Cut it out. Stop it today. It just drains so much energy trying to be perfect. I want you to think about the one person that you love the most. Visualize that person right now. That person that you love the most is not perfect. But do you still love them? Yes, I know you do, because that is life. That is life. If you are a Christian, Jesus was the only one, and God didn't create anybody else to be perfect. So you gotta let it go. So let's talk about being present, because there's work to be done in that area too. So the goal is not to be perfect, so let that go. But the goal is to be present. And with being present, mama, you also got to put this down too. You got to limit your screen time the same way you want to limit them kids' screen time. I'm guilty of this. I know I use my phone for everything, from email to phone calls to typing up a note to everything. I use my phone for everything. My calendar, everything is here. Paying bills, everything is here. I'm guilty. So lately what I've been doing, you can laugh if you want to, but lately what I've been doing is when the kids come into the room and I might be scrolling on TikTok, or I might even be checking the email. I might be playing a game. Who knows? Whatever they may be doing when they come into that room, I am putting that phone down under the covers and I am giving them my undivided attention. Depending on what I may have been doing, that undivided attention may be 1 minute if I'm actually working on something, or it may be longer when I know I'm just sitting here playing Candy Crush, okay? So you know your limits, you know the things that you're doing on your phone. Be present. Stop being on the phone at the dinner table. Be with them, talk with them, find out what's going on in their day, find out what's happening at school. If you have little ones, it's so easy to hold them and just be on the phone scrolling. I remember I would I'm nursing on this breast, phone in this hand. Like, I get how easy it can be to be consumed with our phones. I challenge you to put your phone down when you are with your children. No, that doesn't mean that you're never gonna use your phone, but as much as you may want your children to do as you say, baby, they always gonna do what you do, okay? Always. I don't care what you think. I wish kids just did what we said and not what we do. But children are gonna mimic exactly what they see you doing. So whatever your children see you doing, that is what they are going to repeat. So we can't be saying, oh, no screen time for you, and all they do is see you on your phone. Check yourself, respectfully, as my girl Nikisha says. But seriously, it's not easy. You see, I'm hiding the phone under the covers because I'm trying to get my mind right. But give them that undivided attention because they deserve it. Give them that undivided attention because you may learn something new about them. Give them that undivided attention because, as other moms have told you, time truly does fly. You all, baby, I was boohoo crying when my 5-year-old started kindergarten. I just can't believe it. I feel like he was born yesterday. He was born in 2018, and here it is 2024, and I'm like, what do you mean you about to go to first grade next year? Like, what do you mean you don't want my help with getting dressed? What do you mean you don't want me to hold your hand walking into school? That is overwhelming. Time will fly, period. Your babies they're never gonna be this young again, ever. Ever are they gonna be as young as they are today. If your baby's still in your lap, enjoy it. Please, please, please enjoy it. Another thing that I encourage you to do, because being present can be challenging because we live in a world where everything is so busy. So I challenge you to more mindfulness, and mindfulness doesn't come naturally to me. So I'm currently reading a book. It's called The Mindful Day. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called The Mindful Day, Practical Ways to Find Focus, Calm, and Joy from Morning to Evening by Lori J. Cameron. I really enjoy this book because it reminds me to quiet myself. It reminds me to listen to the birds. It reminds me that when I'm in the shower, it's okay to just be. It makes me, I haven't conquered it yet, it makes me want to get up earlier so that I can have time to myself, because that's still important, so that I can be more present and not feeling like, oh, I got to make my cup of coffee, or I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to make the lunch before we get out the door, and not being present with my kids. So I'm encouraging you to find your own way. If it's through reading, excellent. If it's just through meditation, whatever it is, if it's just that you need to put your phone down, put your phone down. Whatever it is, let's be present and let's kick the thought of ever being perfect. Do not compare yourself to anyone. Stop looking at folks' highlight reels. And lastly, if you know you need accountability and community in this particular area of motherhood, I invite you to join my Mom First course community. The link is in the description. We're intentional about being honest. We're intentional about being our best selves in motherhood, as well as other parts of our lives, because although we're mothers, we're also more than mothers. The link is in the description box, and as always, abundant love and light to you today and every day. And remember, just do it.